Enzo Maresca has finally broken his silence on the controversial red card that marred Chelsea's high-voltage clash against Liverpool, a moment that left Stamford Bridge buzzing and the football world debating for days. The Italian manager, known for his calm demeanor and methodical footballing mind, did not hold back as he addressed the incident that completely altered the rhythm of a match Chelsea had started so brightly in. Speaking with a level of honesty that few managers show in such emotionally charged situations, Maresca admitted that while emotions ran high, his primary focus was on ensuring that Chelsea's discipline, structure, and long-term vision would not be derailed by one moment of chaos. "We have to be real. We cannot hide behind decisions, good or bad. When you play against a side like Liverpool, you expect moments of intensity, but it is our responsibility to keep control. A red card changes everything. I am disappointed, but I am more interested in how we respond." His comments drew immediate attention because they reflected both accountability and a subtle critique of officiating inconsistency that has plagued the Premier League this season. The moment in question saw Chelsea reduced to 10 men in the second half, with the referee's decision sending shockwaves through both dugouts. What had been a balanced contest full of tactical chess moves between two modern thinkers of the game suddenly turned into a survival test from Maresca's young side. Yet, what followed arguably showcased why the Italians' methods are beginning to win admiration across English football. Despite the numerical disadvantage, Chelsea refused to crumble. They pressed in bursts, retained possession intelligently, and defended with organization that reflected Maresca's influence. The manager, post-match, praised the mental fortitude of his players more than any tactical aspect. "You learn more about your team in adversity than in easy moments," he said. "When the red card came, I looked at the players and I saw belief. That is something you cannot coach. That is character." Maresca's statement, while emotionally grounded, also carried an analytical undertone that explained his philosophy. Since his arrival, Chelsea have been gradually shifting away from chaotic, reactionary football toward a controlled possession-based identity built on positional structure and decision-making. His message, therefore, was not just about one game, it was about a cultural change within the club. What makes Maresca's response even more powerful is the way he avoided turning the narrative into a referee-bashing spectacle. In a time when many managers use controversial decisions to deflect attention from their team's flaws, Maresca instead used it as a teaching moment for his players and fans. "We can complain for hours, but that will not bring the points back," he stated firmly. "We need to stay united, to keep believing in our process and not allow frustration to dictate how we play. These are the kind of nights that define who we become." Behind the scenes, sources close to the dressing room suggested that Maresca's post-match address to his players was equally measured. Rather than anger, he emphasized resilience and tactical maturity. "Every time we are put under pressure, we must stay composed. That's how great teams evolve," he reportedly told his squad, a message that senior players like Thiago Silva and Conor Gallagher echoed publicly afterward. The incident has reignited broader debate about Premier League officiating standards. Many pundits, including former referees, have criticized the decision that saw Chelsea go down to 10 men, arguing that the referee's interpretation was harsh given the context of the match. But Maresca, again, refused to engage in the blame game. "Football is not perfect," he said. "Sometimes you are the victim of a decision, sometimes you benefit. That's why we have to be emotionally stable. The moment we lose that, we lose control of everything." The Italians' composed handling of the situation drew respect even from Liverpool's camp, with Jurgen Klopp reportedly acknowledging that Maresca's Chelsea were difficult to play against even with one less player. Indeed, the match's final minutes saw Chelsea still pressing high, creating half chances and maintaining composure rather than retreating into chaos. For Maresca, that discipline is the foundation upon which he plans to rebuild Chelsea's identity. He has repeatedly emphasized that short-term frustration will not distract him from the long-term goal of turning Chelsea into a consistent, modern, possession-oriented powerhouse. The red card in his mind is simply another test of his squad's mentality. "We are not building for one game or one season. We are building for something bigger," he declared. His message resonates deeply with the fans who have grown weary of Chelsea's turbulent post-title years. The sense of calm authority in Maresca's words offers reassurance that there is finally a coherent vision guiding the club again. The young players, too, seem to respond to his trust. Levi Colwill, Malo Gusto, and Cole Palmer, each a symbol of Chelsea's evolving core, all spoke glowingly about Maresca's leadership after the match. Palmer, in particular, highlighted how Maresca's halftime talk, even after going a man down, kept the team motivated. "He told us to play brave, to stay on the ball, to not panic," he said. "That gave us belief. You could feel it." The trust between manager and players has been one of the most defining elements of Maresca's tenure so far. His coaching style blends tactical precision with emotional intelligence, something Chelsea have arguably lacked since their most stable years under Carlo Ancelotti. The aftermath of the Liverpool red card controversy may well serve as a turning point in how the football world perceives Maresca's Chelsea. Instead of a team prone to collapse under pressure, they are increasingly showing resilience and discipline, traits that define top sides. Analysts have drawn comparisons between Maresca's early months and the formative periods of Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, where similar growing pains were followed by dominance once the structure clicked. Indeed, Maresca, a former member of Guardiola's coaching staff, has often spoken about the importance of patience and consistency in implementing complex systems. "If we believe in the system only when we win, then we don't really believe," he once said earlier this season. His reaction to the Liverpool red card proves he practices what he preaches. Within the Chelsea fan base, social media reactions to his comments were largely positive. Many praised his honesty and refusal to hide behind excuses. Supporters appreciated that instead of calling out officials, he chose to defend his team's efforts and remind everyone that the project is still in progress. One supporter wrote, "Finally a Chelsea manager who doesn't lose his head after one decision. Maresca's calm is exactly what we've been missing." It's a sentiment shared by many who see the Italian as the first manager in years who might bring both style and stability to Stamford Bridge. Even among the wider football community, his handling of the situation has earned plaudits. Football writers have noted that his remarks reflect a maturity rare in today's high-pressure managerial culture. Instead of feeding outrage, he projected perspective, a trait that often distinguishes long-term success stories from fleeting ones. In tactical terms, Maresca's response also reflected deep self-awareness. He acknowledged that Chelsea still need to improve their reactions in transition and adapt better to moments of numerical disadvantage. "He have to manage those scenarios smarter," he admitted. In modern football, one man down does not mean you stop competing. It means you adjust, you stay compact, you move as one. The game teaches you every time. It's this combination of honesty, intelligence, and authority that continues to win people over to Maresca's vision. His honesty about the red card was not a rant, it was a lesson. His reflection was not defensive, it was instructive. That balance of humility and conviction has set the tone for Chelsea's next phase. As the team prepares for their next fixture, Maresca's message to his players remains clear. Let the controversy fuel their improvement, not their frustration. He has already reminded them that football history remembers the teams that rise above chaos, not those that get trapped by it. "It's about reaction," he simply said. "We move forward." Those 4 words encapsulate everything that defines the new Chelsea under Enzo Maresca: disciplined, evolving, and relentlessly focused on progress. While others rage over refereeing debates, Maresca continues building quietly, brick by brick, ensuring that moments like this red card become the foundation for growth, not excuses for failure.